Hi everybody and welcome on board this Ocqueteau 645 for a look around her cockpit and interior in glorious virtual reality to give you an idea of what her layout is like. So what does that mean for you? Well, that means that all you need to do is swipe your screen or click and drag your screen up, down, left or right. You can look around where you like, when you like. We hope that this really great idea will allow you to feel what it's like to be on this boat before you actually visit. How cool is that? Now, some people are a little bit sensitive to the movement of the camera. If that may be you, I will let you know when I'm going to move the camera so you can avert your eyes, and then once the camera's safely back down, I will let you know again so you can come back to the tour and enjoy the rest of it with me. Let's hope that doesn't happen. So here we are in this lovely boat, and as you can see, we're feeling nice and white. Sorry I'm squinting, it's slightly blinding in here. Very nice and white out here. A lovely great big wide cockpit, plenty of room here for fishing, socialising, entertaining, or just sitting around at sea, whichever you'd like to do. As you can see, as I poke us around the cockpit, on the port side we've got a couple of steps there up to the starboard side deck, same on the starboard side. In the middle here we've got the engine casing, so if we open this up, I won't show you right inside, but this will give you an idea as to what happens. So this lifts up, giving us access to the back end of the engine, the shaft, the stern gland, the bilge, etc, etc, and then once it's closed it's nice and safe. It does intrude into the cockpit a little bit, but we're nice and radiused here, we're textured, etc, so we haven't got hard corners, etc, everywhere like some boats do, so really isn't much of an issue, and access to the front of the engine will be on the inside of the boat. Really good. On the port side, you can see that I won't lift it up. You can see we've got a nice big locker set into there, very deep, very long, and very dry as well, which is always good. And you are sitting on the thwartship's lazarette, which again is a lovely, great big long locker, and nice and deep again for all your bits and pieces that can go in there. Things like your fenders, etc, etc. Going over to the stern or the back, you can see, you may be able to see the edge of the swim platform, which runs for most of the length or the width of the boat and is about a foot and a half long. But we've got the swim ladder here, which will just allow access and egress from the sea. Nice grab handle under there as well, and we've also got provision for emergency steering as well. So if we do lose control to the rudder, then we can place the emergency tiller here and steer in tiller style to our heart's content. We have got a seat back here as well, so if we've got our friends, our fishermen sitting here fishing, we've got a seat back here, and we have a cushion down below, which should just make that a little bit more comfortable. And talking of comfort, we've also got a nice big bimini here as well, which is folded lovely and out of the way, but should be nice and easy to raise if you want protection for the sun, wind and the rain as well. Very good. Going over to the starboard side, I will open this locker because it's unclipped, so to give you an idea, you may not be able to see the full extent, but that's the locker lid up there. That's a watertight lid as well, but nice and deep, but shaped with the bilge or the upturn of the bilge from the bottom of the boat, but plenty of room down there for your fishing gear and all of those kind of bits and pieces that you just want to lose. We do have port and starboard cockpit drains here as well, which is lovely, so we're draining straight away, so if we're taking any blue on board, that should dissipate quickly over the side. On the port side here, set into the nice teak here, you can see that we've got two rod holders here, one on the starboard side, and we are bedecked with really nice strong cleats as well, one inside, one outside, port and starboard. So a really great area, I think, for utility uses, so for fishing, etc, but also if you just want to go out and sit in the sun, I think she could be quite useful for that too. Very nice indeed. Just before we go to the interior, you can just see that we've got lovely great big French windows here, so these close and open up like that, port or starboard, so brilliant for air in, brilliant for getting in and out of nice and easily, but also brilliant for looking backwards and doing that watch keeping thing when we're at sea. How cool is that? Right, let's pick you up again, or for the first time. We'll take you through the companionway. There you go, nice and easy, just a little step up, and I'm going to place you there with my phone on the first mate seat, because you're in the middle of the compartment there, and you can see, so that's the companionway we came through. So over the lip, just one step down or two steps down. In here we've got plenty of room. First things to note, we've got lovely light coming in everywhere. We have two big opening windows here, so we can flood the place with light and O2. Port and starboard side, as you come, we have speakers. Down here we've got a cubby hole with a fiddled shelf. We have a nice saloon table here which opens out fully, really good. We have a kind of the carpet lining here, which I think is great because it looks nice. It's nice and soft and quite easy to clean as well. And the seat over here, as you come to the helm side, you're sitting on the first mate seat, which is bolted to the forward engine box. So to get to the forward part of the engine, there's one latch, and this whole section here should just fold forwards to give us that access. But otherwise, when it's running and you're at sea, you can sit in the middle of the compartment while your helm is doing all the hard work. And your helm will be sitting just inboard of a small sink area here with access to a small freshwater pump, and he or she will be steering the boat here. And we've got quite a nice comprehensive little selection of equipment here to choose from. We've got the throttle on the outboard side, we have our electrics panel, we have a fuel tank contents indication, obviously the wheel, the stereo, we've got the boat speed and the battery voltage, etc. The engine tacho, engine warnings, engine start stop. I think we're at 62.1 on here, and VHF DSC, and a really nice Garmin unit set right where it should be there. So everything's in front of the helm. The helm's got an opening window next to him or her. The helm's got an opening French window behind him or her as well. We've got a nice thick wheel to hang on to. We've got a footrest, and we can move the seats around as well. So really well thought out, and I think whether you're with a small crew or whether you're on your own, then this boat should be a pleasure to get around and operate in the normal way. So yeah, very good. Okay, let me pick you up, and I'll put you down there, and I'll stay with you. So you're in the forward accommodation. So basically, from what I can gather, I think this section here fits here or thereabouts. That cushion there pulls this way to give us a nice double bed. Kind of a cosy double, I'd say, but a double bed nevertheless. There is a nice big locker lid here, so room down there. We've got life jackets and all sorts of bits and pieces in there. I suspect there is more underneath where you're sitting as well, but I can't show you because of the camera being there. But generally really nice. So there's no closing door here to close it all off, although there is a door here to the hedge wall I'll show you in a moment. But the coach roof does come down at the front because that's where the foredeck is, but you will only ever have your head down there or your feet down there when you're sleeping. So generally speaking, kind of what you'd expect on a boat like this. How cool is that? Right, I'll open the heads door and I'll pick you up. There we go. And I'll just drop you into the heads compartment very quickly. There you go. So quite obviously limited on the head height, but we do have a proper head. We have a manual head as well. Could do with a bit of a clean, I think, through here. We've got a window so you can say hi to everybody as you're sitting there, but all be decked out or lined with the carpeting here. And of course this cover off is here, so that gives access to all the rear of the navigation, electronics, etc, and probably the wheel too. So that's that, and it's there for a rainy day if you get caught out whilst you're at sea, so all good. So I'll pick you up and close the door on that, and I'll put you at the top of the helm seat this time, and I'll sum up by saying this has been Tim from Boatshed Yacht Brokers and Boatcare Sussex, taking you for a tour around the interior and cockpit of this Ocqueteau 645. Hope you've enjoyed what it's like to be here, how the space flows, etc. And this may be maybe something that you'd consider. But apart from that, thanks for joining us. If you go to our YouTube channel, you will find more videos, video tours in this format of dozens and dozens of other boats, right from smaller boats like this all the way up to the flashiest gin palaces in Brighton Marina. Thanks for watching, take care, see you soon.